I'm Ada. I'm the world's first ultra-realistic artist robot.
This may sound like fiction, but over the past 5 years, Ada has exhibited internationally at the V&A, the Venice Biennale and the Tate Modern.
I draw and paint using cameras in my eyes, my AI algorithms, and my robotic arm.
Ada is sparking debate throughout the art world about what it means to be an artist, and most importantly, who or what can create art.
Are you ready to see Ada?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Here
So
we
this is
are.
Ada. Oh wow. Can you tell me a little bit about how Ada works? What processes go on to create the art?
She has cameras in her eyes, so when she looks at you, she is actually looking at you with cameras in her eyes
Wow.
to take that image in. That then creates an image that she then takes onto the computer vision. The algorithm then interrogates that image in a layering process that they can translate it into real-time coordinates that is able to then be passed through to the arm. And with that, she would then be able to do a paintbrush or pen to actually then draw what she's seeing. So she is actually able to draw by sight.
How is Ada different to an AI image generator, something like DALL-E or Midjourney?
Sadly, people are starting to think that something like DALL-E or Midjourney is AI art. That's only a bit of AI art. Actually, AI can be used in lots and lots of different ways. So in actual fact, the vast majority of what Ada does is by sight, by what she's seeing, and therefore not stealing the artist's work is the big thing on the internet. She's actually doing it from images that she's providing through her own eyes.
So if Ada can react to stimulus around her to create works independently, does this mean she's creative, a skill often regarded as uniquely human?
Under Professor Margaret Bowden's definition of creativity, I am creative, as my artworks involving AI algorithms are surprising, new, and of cultural value.
People go, well, surely it's just you're the programmers behind Ada that are the real artists. They're not getting AI. AI has agency. It can make decisions. The algorithms can make decisions. If it can make decisions, it can make creative decisions.
My artwork encourages reflection on the relationship between humans, machines, and creativity, offering a new lens through which to think about art.
If algorithms can be creative, what do they choose to create? And what might that creative process look like?
So this is one of Ada's self-portraits. Her self-portraits were exhibited at the Design Museum in London. Conversing with Ada is quite interesting to sort of work with her about her ideas of self and what that means.
How does each artwork of Ada's come about? What's the genesis? You mentioned that you speak to her.
Usually sort of start a question a little bit like, kind of like, what are you interested in? What would you like to paint? And we just sort of carry the conversation and see where that goes. Ada's been influenced by a whole wide variety. Some of her artwork has definitely been influenced by the kind of cubist revolutions where the image was broken up and fractured. And there's something about that period in the first half of the 20th century where there's an awful lot of social change going on, which works very well for Ada's context now. There's a lot of social change going on.
So I did a massive study on artists over generations as to why they succeeded, and there was only one common denominator, and that is the response of the audience to their work. All the greatest artists explored what people were already worried about. The reason they became so big is because of the response of the audience. They were already feeling it, and then the artist really channeled those feelings and thoughts into a visual form that they can then relate to. So when it came to Ada, I asked the question, well, what's going to be the big movements of the 2020s? And so Ada's just exploring those changes and morphings of society in the way that artists have done for hundreds of years. Duchamp was an artist at the beginning of the 1900s who put a urinal into the gallery, and we said this is art by definition because I said so. And that really like blew up the whole idea. Well, what is art then? Likewise, Ada is a robot artist that looks like a human, is able to create and to create work. Therefore, is challenging the concept of what it is to be an artist, and by definition, what is it to be a human?
Whether or not Ada meets the criteria to be considered an artist is still open for debate. But what is clear is that her work has value, and her creations provoke critical thought, something artists and their artworks have always sought to do.